Now, when I talk about like how to avoid those bad flag setups, that really goes back to the consolidation theory, right? Like if we're chopping around, the market's not going anywhere and we're just chopping, like in a range here. Well, I really want to wait for the market to break out of that range before taking a flag setup. If we're just kind of stuck, ding, 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 we're not going anywhere, I'm like, okay, I want to see us break above the highs here. So like 40 area, we talked about this yesterday on the live stream actually. So break above those highs, then put in a flag, and then we push to the previous high of day. That would be my overall kind of thought process to avoid those bad flags, to avoid, entering a trade that doesn't work out. Obviously, you never know if it's going to work out or not, but you can identify momentum. If there's just a lot of chop and we're stuck in a range, anytime we're in a range, it's basically like, hey, avoid that, break out of the range, then look for an opportunity. We did break out here, pulled back, tested it. So it's really just kind of, again, looking at that higher time frame. Kind of talked about this just in the last couple questions, but like if you look, let's say 15-minute chart, and you look at the 15-minute chart, and a lot of the 15-minute candles are just basically overlapping each other, right? They're just overlapping in this area. Well, I want to avoid kind of buying a breakout. It did a little fake out right there at 11:15, which kind of, is how it goes as well. But just really be patient. If the market's going sideways, it's pretty obvious when it is because all those candles are just basically overlapping in a range. Like ding, look at this. Like this right here, you're like, ew, stay out of that. And then you can see the difference when we're trending and we're looking good. It's like, hey, we're making new highs, and we're pushing up there. So avoid the range. If the market's going sideways, that's where you do not want to be trading. You don't want to be trading in that sideways market trying to trade momentum because there's no momentum. Also, like if you look the 2-minute chart, if the EMAs are like all chopped up and really like not pointed in a good direction, it's also something to think about. Like, hey, we're chopping there and I want to avoid that area. So next question. I get this question all the time. How long did it take you before you're profitable and when you started feeling very close? I don't know. I still sometimes feel like I'm not profitable, honestly. Like after 8 years of trading, you have those red days and you're like, how did this happen? Why did I do that? But that's just emotion. That's the battle that we all have to face as traders.